ABC 50 presents North Country Know-How, featuring Three Peaks Clothing Company. Meet Jordan Beach and Taylor Nims, the co-founders of Three Peaks Clothing Company. Their initial idea was to develop shirts for them to wear while they were out exploring the wonderful area and scenery of the North Country, but that was soon to change.
For us, the initial idea, it wasn't a business. It was actually to make shirts for ourselves. Just personal shirts, not like a brand, not even really a logo, just a design, really just for something to do. It was an idea. And as we started designing and as we did a little bit here and there, you know, bought a couple of shirts to print on and got a couple of designs or names thought up, it just sort of started to snowball. And before we knew it, we were starting to think of it as like something we could treat as a business. And you know, from there it just got bigger and bigger until we were full-fledged.
Yeah, it started in English class. In Miss Peretta's class, we were sitting in there and we started talking about making shirts because basketball season just ended, so we had a ton of free time we weren't used to. And at that point, we'd been mountain biking a bunch, hiking the trails around here, and we're like, what if we make some like cool shirts that like are like have an outdoors theme? And it was originally all like, let's make some cool shirts for ourselves.
Jordan and Taylor's Just for Fun t-shirt developing had a snowball effect once their friends saw the unique and trendy designs.
I feel like we started bringing them to school and people were like, those are cool, and I'm like, well shoot, let's try to sell them to our friends. So like our senior class were big supporters.
Yes, our friends were crucial in getting off the ground. Like, hey guys, you want to buy our shirts? And they're like, yeah.
And yeah, so it was just a lot of like everyone in the school was our first, like our big order, because we didn't have the money, so we were like, you want one? You like make it, everyone put in an order with us in their sizes, and then we were able to put out, that was our first batch of shirts that we were able to like put out.
And funnily enough, when we did do that first order, we actually didn't have anything except a couple of samples we had printed. We were actually having the people put in their orders and then producing the shirts and giving it back to them 2 or 3 weeks later.
Before they knew it, Three Peaks had blossomed into a full-fledged business, producing shirts, hats, hoodies, stickers, and anything in between.
Three Peaks as a whole was really guided by our interest and the people who were buying it, their interest too. And for us personally, you know, once we had that first order going, we were very excited. I mean, we wouldn't stop talking about it. And it was only natural for us that we would, of course, make some stickers to slap onto our laptops. And then, well, of course, we need a hoodie. And, you know, it was more and more and more. And the excitement around it just made us so we were just obsessed with it.
They used their new household name to take over social media, primarily Instagram, to help with the spread and outreach of Three Peaks.
I feel like it helped that, like, being such a cool, like, small community, like, everyone kind of knows everyone and, like, things can spread. So as soon as we started, like, we really were trying to promote, like, send us pictures of you wearing your shirt somewhere outside and we'll post it. And we started doing giveaways on the Instagram. We're tagged 2 friends and we started giving away shirts. And I feel like it was, like, everyone got familiar with it pretty quickly just through that.
Instagram as a whole for us was pretty essential in having that quick growth that we're talking about. Really encouraging people to send in those photos of the shirts were huge. And as for how it got from the kids inside the schools to really just about everyone knowing about Three Peaks in the area, I think it definitely started with the kids, and then the kids mentioned it to their friends and to their parents, and you know, the parents take an interest in it, and I mean, before you know it, it's like you said, sort of a household name.
Yeah, and we would try to get our friends from different schools to go out with us, and like, we'll put you in, like, our first month, we had just 1 t-shirt that Taylor and I would go around with the camera out in different state parks, and we'd be taking it off, switching back and forth, getting photos, bringing friends, like, oh, put on this. It was 1 shirt for the first, like, at least a month.
1 white long sleeve has like half of the Three Peaks photos in it.
The first month of the Instagram is just the same shirt, just swapping around everybody.
But even with all of this growing success, the 2 then 17-year-old business owners decided to give 10% of all of their proceeds back to Save the River. Save the River is a non-profit member-supported environmental organization whose mission has been to restore, preserve, and protect the ecological integrity of the Upper St. Lawrence River through advocacy, education, and research since 2004.
Well, for us, like we were saying, a lot of it started in Wellesley Island State Park, us going there and just enjoying the outdoors, and that's, I'd say, one of the things that brought Jordan and I closer, like together as just closer friends that, you know, put us in a position where we could start a business together like that. And when we were trying to think of, you know, the meaning that we have behind it and really just the fundamentals of Three Peaks, we thought it'd only be fitting to give back to things like that, because I mean, if it weren't for that state park, I don't think there would be a Three Peaks.
Like, we started Three Peaks because we loved the area so much, and being outside and just getting to experience it. So our big thing was we wanted people to kind of like go out more and get outside, get to like visit some of the state parks in the area and like have a stronger appreciation for it. But no, I feel like it's more like getting people out and getting people to care more, not like teaching what to do, but just like expand, like getting, like, don't play. That was when Fortnite was huge when we started, and we're like, look at us, we're out here on the trails, like we're having so much fun, and just getting people out there and like expanding more and just care more. Just like, yeah. we got, everyone was outside taking photos, just like, everything was outside, not a single photo was inside on the Instagram. Just getting people out and like appreciating it and like kind of not really telling them the environment, but just like leading them to like look at what we call home.
Taylor and Jordan both currently attend SUNY Plattsburgh and kept Three Peaks open and operational for their first 2 years.
Yeah, when we first went to school as freshmen, we actually put Three Peaks on the brakes for the first month. We're like, we want to go, we want to make friends. We don't want to, like, the business is a side thing. We want to like make friends and meet people. And then after that, when people found out you have a business, like that's how it kind of picked up. We did not push it at all in Plattsburgh, but it grew.
Yeah. As for the whole like trying to balance a school like work and the business, I'd say that school was almost an advantage for us because it really gave us a place to grow in. I mean, if we hadn't had a group of our peers around us every day seeing us develop it, and, you know, for us to pitch shirts to, and a place where everyone can go every day and, you know, see other people wearing the shirts, then I don't think we would have gotten the recognition to pick up as quickly as it had.
Before closing their doors in November 2019, Three Peaks was published by Plattsburgh's business department as a student-run business for students to find out more about.
Yeah, as our freshman year, everything was kind of new to us, and we kept going into the business center of the school, and we kept seeing these posters, and like, that's kind of cool. Like, we didn't know much about it. And then the head of the business department sent out an email for any young entrepreneurs in the school. She'd love to interview them and learn more about their business. So we sent her the link to the website, and I think it was only the website that we sent her, and we told her like Three Peaks, a clothing company, and she checked out the website. She was really impressed. Like, I want to meet with you guys and talk to you more. And then we met with them, and they asked us a bunch of questions about the company.
It's sort of like a spotlight on, it's all for the student-run businesses on campus, and it just has a couple of the, you know, vital pieces of information for every business, a picture of the founders, of the people running it, and places where you can find out more about them.
Yeah, just promoting it. I think like entrepreneurship as a whole and the actual businesses on the posters.
Taylor and Jordan told me stories about the very beginnings of Three Peaks and relived the moments that made their highlight reel as business owners.
Yeah, the earlier questions though were really cool, and just seeing people, especially the first summer, it was seeing people wear the shirts. Like, there were many people, I didn't even know them. Like, I'd go out of my way to talk to them and just be like, that's an awesome shirt. But that was very cool.
One big milestone that we had always talked about would be the day where we saw an order come in on the website from a name we'd never heard before. Yeah. And we spent the first probably 3, 4, 5 weeks just dying to get one of these names, and that was one of the really fun moments for us to finally see that and have that be sort of the hint that we're finally starting to expand out of our immediate circles.
Yeah.
We didn't get to personally see these because we were in state the whole time, but we did hear from a couple of people. There's actually one crazy story. A mutual friend of ours, he was in Florida and just out and about in the town at night, and from across the bar, he sees another Three Peaks shirt. Thousands of miles away from us, and he was like, what is going on? So he runs over and he's like, that Three Peaks, and the other guy was like, that Three Peaks. And we were so pumped to hear about it. It was a really crazy coincidence to see that 2 Three Peaks shirts had made it that far from home.
Yeah, I feel like it just, the community it created, like the further it got, like the more special it got. We would have people sending us photos out of state, like, we just saw someone wearing a Three Peaks shirt, and it was a very cool thing to get to experience and actually like see that happen. Yeah, I feel like when we launched in the spring, when summer rolled through, it was just a really great opportunity. We would, whenever there was a party or like people were getting together, we would come with our backpacks full of shirts, and after everyone would be talking and saying, like, one of us would open up the bag and then just people would come and swarm. And I feel like that was a really cool thing where, like, if anyone who didn't know about it all of a sudden became interested in what was going on, and then after they learned what the brand represented and what it was, it kind of just launched from there.
Yeah, get-togethers were a huge part of our early growth, just having the opportunity to have everyone there with shirts in front of them and us available to ask questions and seeing all their friends around interested. That was a very big part of our growth.
Yeah, I feel like the in-person sales were more fun, getting to interact with everybody, versus the online where it was kind of they learned on their own versus they got to learn firsthand with us, and we got to learn about them and how they view Three Peaks. We were always curious, like, how do they view Three Peaks? Like,
what's it like from the outside? Yeah, absolutely.
And I asked the question many people may be asking themselves. What's next for Three Peaks? Will it still hold value and weight in the community 5 years from now?
I certainly hope so. Yeah, I would love to see Three Peaks still kind of hold meeting for people in the area 5 years from now. That would be pretty awesome, I think, for both of us.
Yeah, I think our big thing, especially at the beginning too, is just getting people outside. Like, we love going out to the state parks with people getting photos in the shirts, and then just promoting, like, go outside somewhere cool in the area, send us a picture, and, like, we'll put it on the Instagram. So it's just a matter of, like, getting out here. Like, we love the river, and just getting people out around it and in the shirts was a big part of the beginning.
Taylor and Jordan sold out of their remaining inventory at Pumpkin Chunkin' and are planning to make one last donation to save the river, but not without leaving some words of wisdom for the viewers watching at home.
Something that we'd really love for everyone to know and to take from Three Peaks was that when we started, Jordan and I, there was really no reason why we should start a business or why we should be, successful at it. We were really just normal kids that had an idea, and the only difference between us and someone else that had the idea is that we started. Anyone really could have done Three Peaks. That's something we've discussed before. Anyone could have done it. It was really just taking that first step and taking every step after that. Not letting any doubts stop you. So yeah, we'd really love for everyone to know that this could absolutely be you. Whatever you're thinking of doing, be it a business or any pursuit, really. Go for it.
Yeah, when we started, we didn't know anything that we were doing. We were just learning as we went, and we were just excited enough about it to keep wanting to learn more, and just the next step and the next step. Before we knew it, we started selling in a very tight circle, and it just expanded. So, we didn't know anything special. We just wanted it. Yeah, we were just excited about it and just kept going and going. And then all of a sudden, it was the end of summer, looking back like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's see what's next.